Welcome back. It's art time class. Today, I wanted to show you how to make these little keychains. Let's get started. To begin, I wanted to share my favorite brands for plastic lacing. In fact, I went to our craft store and found this little value pack, only $5. Comes with a bunch of colors, some key rings, and this really helpful tool. This tool is used to help hold the strings in place when you're getting your keychain started. So if what I'm about to show you is still difficult, I highly recommend getting a tool like this. Here is a budget-friendly version of the same tool. Now, when you're getting started, you're going to start with 2 strings at the same length, and you're going to put all the ends together like so. And you can pull up on these ends, and that will help you find the center of your strings pretty quickly. If you want your keychain to have this little space here for the key ring, so it's got a little wiggle room like that, you're going to want to use a pencil or some other kind of tool to help create that spacing. I'm going to use a pencil for our example. Now, it doesn't matter if I start with the pink string for my loops or if I start with the white string for my loops. I'm going to do the white string for our example. And it doesn't matter if I start my very first loop over the pencil on this side, or if I start my very first loop over the pencil and bring it over to this side. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side. Then I'm going to take this white string and I'm going to bring a loop over onto that side. There we go. Next, I'm going to go over the loose and under the loop. So these parts right here that I'm holding and this part right here that I'm holding, those are the loose strings I'm talking about. And then you see this guy right here and this guy right here, those are the loops. So this side of the pink string will have to go over this one and under this one. And this side of the pink string has to go over this one and under this loop to create our very first layer. Now I'm holding my string up against the pencil because this part right here is the middle or the center of the strings. So I'm trying to hold those in place as I pull these strings tighter. Now for my next layer. It doesn't matter if I do the pink for my loops to start or the white for my loops to start. I'm going to go ahead and do the white loops for this example. So with this string, I'm going to go over, and this is going straight across, like so. The loop can be small or big. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. This string is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to create a loop going straight across on top as well. Again, I've got this loose tail end I'm holding together with these 2 fingers, and I've got this loose tail end I'm holding together with these 2 fingers. Now I'm going to take these 2 pink tail ends and go over and under. Always going over that loose string and under the loop. Let me show you that one more time. This time, I'm going to start with my pink strings for my loops. Going straight across the top. I'm going to go over and under, and then I'm going to go over and under. Now I tighten. You can leave this on the pencil, or you can continue weaving on the pencil. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Did you notice how I did that differently this time? Let me show you a close-up of this more advanced weaving technique. Instead of creating 2 loops to start, I I just created one. There's the first loop. And like with the last technique, I'm always going to go over that loose end, but instead of making this pink loop, I'm going to make this a white loop next, going right on top. Now I'm going to use this pink string, laying it right on top again. And then the very last string that I haven't used is going to go over and under the loop. That is one way to really advance and quicken up your weaving game. If you found that you're ready to level up, let me show you something else. If you want to make your keychain twist, instead of going straight like this, to make your keychain twist, instead of bringing your strings straight across like this, you're actually going to make them diagonal. That's going to do this to your strings. See that little difference? Now, the white string is also going to follow the same rule of going over the loose and under the loop. So that doesn't change. Let me show you that again. Instead of creating my loops going straight across, I'm going to go diagonally across. The same can be said about all of the strings. They don't go over, under, straight across. They go over, under, diagonally across. Let's check that out. Now, once you have your keychain and you're ready to finish it, let me show you how to do that. You're going to create your layers. Let's do one more layer here. There's that advanced weaving trick, but with the diagonal to make it twist. Now you're going to leave this a little loose, and you're going to refeed these strings in through the loops that are already they're already there. You see how I'm putting it back in through this loop? I'm not creating a new layer. I'm feeding it into the previous layer. There we go. Pull really gently. You got to alternate this step, being gentle, pulling slowly, gentle. And then if you do this right, the tension should hold all these strings right in place. And I like to use these little nail clippers because they get a really nice close trim. There we go. And this keychain is ready to add to the collection. Well, I can't wait to see what you are going to make.